Southwestern Adventist and Arlington Baptist. It's the Knights and Patriots from Keene, Texas. Chris Shima, glad to be with you. Southwestern Adventist 1-15, 0-7, and 0-4 in Southwest Region play. Meanwhile, the Patriots, the visitors today, are 3-13 and 2-3 in the Southwestern region. Let's meet the starting lineups for both of these teams. First for the Patriots, it's number 0, Devone Stafford. Number 5 is Gage Halsey. Number 10, Jamar McCray. Number 11 is Maurice Walker. Number 13 is Cutter Camp. And now for the Knights and head coach Tyler Woldridge, it's number 0, Justin Lamb. Number 5 is Ephraim Viadex. Number 13, Eric Pfeiffer. Number 22 is Byron Fields. And number 33 is Felix Smith. So the Knights have been off for a while because of that ice storm. This game is supposed to happen, of course, as you know, a week prior to today. But the Patriots have been in action. They played last Friday. They defeated Randall 102-80. Meanwhile, the Knights, like I said, they haven't played in a while. In fact, they haven't played since January 20th, where they lost to North American 63-58. It was a good game from behind the arc for Southwestern Adventist. They had a season-high 43% shooting from 3. Justin Lamb was 5 out of 5 from behind the arc. He finished with 17 total points. So because of the reschedules, a few more on the road here. Next 2, in fact, will be on the road. They'll be at Dallas on Thursday, and then the rematch between these two teams will be in Arlington next Tuesday. Then the home finale will be next Thursday against Randall at 7, and then back on the road on the 18th to wrap the regular season at Champion, which I'll be with you for that one on Tiger TV. So, Knights and Arlington. Last year the team split. Each team won on its home court. The Patriots won in overtime in a shootout, 117-106 in Arlington last year. Knights won it at home, 91-74 a season ago. As we're underway with Arlington controlling the opening tip. Next 2 will be at home for the Patriots. This is a turnover-prone team. Turnovers, we've talked about it for the Knights. The Knights have been sloppy on their home court this year. The turnover battle will be key as Arlington is last in Division II in turnovers per game with 21.5. Nice face-up defense by Viadex there. So, first stop of the game, and the ball deflected off Arlington. No, they call an offensive foul there. They did. They called the charge. Thought he might have been in the restricted area. Evidently not. And I forgot to turn the replay button on, so we can't go back and look at it, but we will from here on out. So both teams empty on their opening possession. The Arlington women won in a blowout in our first game. Halsey over to Camp. Here's McCray. Stafford will attack. Yes, and the foul for Devone Stafford. Averaging just over 15 points per ball game. 6.6 rebounds. He's got 14 blocks on the year. Stafford is a 62% free throw shooter as he goes to the line to try to complete an old school 3-point play. Patriots trying to put a streak together. They won back-to-back games for the first time this season, looking for their first winning streak of the year. Knights doing a nice job breaking the press. Fields is off, gets his own miss, put up, yes. Byron Fields has been fantastic. 4 double-doubles this year, including each of the last 3 games. In the last 3 games, Fields 18.7 points per ball game and 13 rebounds. He's also shooting 54% from the field. That was Maurice Walker, by the way, for Arlington. So it's 5-2. That's the correct score, and the Knights turn it over. Again, look out for those turnovers. That's going to be a big key here today. Who can win that turnover battle is likely going to be able to get out of here with a victory. Halsey into the forecourt, gets it back from Camp. Handoff goes to McCray between the circles. Halsey attacks, hangs it short, bats it off volleyball style. Camp rejected by Smith. Still Arlington basketball, though. Now Halsey for 3. Short on it, can't get the bounce. Ball tipped, and here's Pfeiffer throwing it ahead to Viadex. Extra pass, Smith lays it up and in. Felix Smith with his first two. It's a 1-point Arlington lead, just underway here in our second of a doubleheader. Halsey top of the key. Stafford over two defenders, in and out. Smith, nice rebound. Fields swings it out. It's deflected by McCray, and he deflected it off a Knight and almost took out the Gatorade table. Fortunately, he didn't, and fortunately, he's okay. But it will be Arlington basketball. Next two at home for the Patriots. They'll take on Ecclesia Saturday before hosting SWAU in the rematch on Tuesday. McCray, here is Smith. Halsey again. Going to drive on Viadex. Stafford has range, can't get it to go. Rebound again to Pfeiffer. Good rebounding guard, Eric Pfeiffer. At least at the start of this one. Here's Lamb on the wing to the cutter, Pfeiffer. Jumper from the elbow, no. And the rebound to Stafford. Halsey throws it ahead. Extra pass to Stafford. Volleyballed it. Second effort, no. Stafford third time is not the charm. And Fields collects the rebound. Byron Fields 8.6 rebounds. He's moved up to 8th in Division II in that category. Crossover by Pfeiffer, no, but he's fouled, and Eric Pfeiffer will go to the line. Where, here comes the broadcaster curse. He has not missed yet this season. He hasn't shot a ton of free throws, but he has gotten it to go on every attempt so far. See, there's no such thing. Good on the first one. Looks like Aaron Medina is in. Mendina is in for the first time for Arlington. Pfeiffer stays perfect. There's no such thing as a broadcaster's curse. And Arlington leads, or excuse me, Southwestern Adventist leads by 1 as the Patriots throw it away. Viadex into the forecourt. Skies it for Pfeiffer between the circles. And I'll back it out near midcourt. Smith all over him. That's Cameron Smith into the game. Arlington likes to sub a lot. Fields loses the handle. Smith tips it ahead. It's Walker into the forecourt. 2 points from Maurice Walker in the early going. Stafford, he had a guy open on the wing, takes it over a double team, can't get it to go. Smart defense there by the Knights, held their ground. Fields has played terrific at the start of this one on the defensive end. And Pfeiffer with 4. So the Knights have a 6-0 run. They lead at 8-5. Stafford again off. Tip for the rebound. Fields has another one. Byron Fields doing work on the defensive side of things. Viadex quickly, and he's called for steps. Tried for the hesitation and instead carried it. Number 3 is Caden Farrell into the game. I mentioned Mendina is into the game as well for Arlington. Catch and shoot for Smith. The 2-pointer no good. Mendina travels with it. So back-to-back turnovers. The ball goes back to the Knights. Look out. Lamb throws it into the forecourt. Hazelton out there throws it to Aviles for 3. So A.J. Aviles checks in and buries his first triple. 11-5 Knights on a 9-0 run, Southwestern Adventist. Now, Levi Rogers also out there. So Rogers, Lamb, Pfeiffer, Aviles, and Josiah Hazelton. Hazelton and Rogers with the trap. Shot clock at 7 here for the Patriots. The scoop is no good. Tip for the rebound. It's off Arlington. Chad Jackson checking in for the Patriots. 7 points per ball game for Jackson. Pfeiffer, they inbound it. Lamb throws it ahead to A.J. In the forecourt now, it's Hazelton. So Knights doing well against the press so far. Lamb lost it, but it's off Arlington out of bounds with 16 on the shot clock. I don't think our clock has stopped yet today, so I don't know exactly how much time is left. I'm thinking it's in the 14-minute range. I think we're about a minute off. I'm just guessing, though. Here is Pfeiffer for 3. Tip for the rebound. That's Jason Murray also into the game. I'm not going to set a 5 for Arlington. It will change at every dead ball. But Murray is out there for the first time. Loses the handle. It's a steal by Hazelton. Scoops it to Aviles, who scores. A.J. 5 quick points off the bench. Arlington led it 5-2. And since then, Southwestern Adventist has rattled off 11 straight. They lead it by 8. Down low, Smith is short. Rebound, Hazelton. Good ball movement so far at the start of this one for the Knights. Passing has been crisp. Aviles feeling good off the bench. Aviles attacks and called for the offensive foul. Viadex will come back into the game for Southwestern Adventist, and Gage Halsey checks in for Arlington. It's been a while since the Patriots have scored. 11 straight to Southwestern Adventist. Arlington trying to change that. Here's Smith for 3. No good, and that hit the top of the out-of-bounds part of the backboard. Cutter Camp back in for Arlington. Hazelton, Viadex. Aviles now on the wing. Viadex gets cut off. Out to Pfeiffer for 3. And the rebound to Jackson. That's going to be an offensive foul. No, they called a block? Did the elbow come extended there? Let's see if we got that. I'm going to run that back real quick. Oh, we got a timeout, so we got plenty of time to run it back. Let's take another look at this. You could be moving as a player. I'm going to take another look at it. I got to load it up here. I don't know, y'all. You be the judge. Arlington fans say good call. Southwestern Adventist fans want the charge. Timeout. We'll be back. That's me, Chris Shima. Glad to be with you here tonight from the home studio in Greenville, South Carolina. You and I are watching Southwestern Adventist and Arlington Baptist. 11-0 run for the Knights comes to a close courtesy of Chad Jackson. Arlington led it 5-2. Now it's a 6-point advantage for SWAU. Teams met twice last year, both winning on their home court in the regular season. Lamb is back in. Viadex gets it to him. To the cutter, Rogers wasn't ready for it. Arlington with the steal. They've got numbers. Jackson to the hoop, no. And what do we got? I think Jackson got fouled. So he's going to go to the free throw line. Inside 12 to go here in this opening half. 11:15 to be exact. Chad Jackson, a 50% free throw shooter. Patriots started the season 1-11. They have won their last 2 games. Well, free throws are good. So back-to-back for Chad Jackson. McCray back out there. Walker back out there for Arlington. Hazelton looking to get it in. They called a foul. What did they call there? I don't think it was a foul. Okay, I don't know what it was, but Viadex into the forecourt. It stays Southwestern ball. Rogers, the little bunny for Levi. He's really upped his game as the season has gone on. Catch and shoot, cutter camp for 3. No good. Nice box out by Viadex, the guard. Throws it ahead to Pfeiffer. Viadex gets it back. Looking to put the moves on again. The scoop and can't score. Tip for the rebound. It comes to Arlington. Camp on the wing. Throws it back to Halsey. Throws it right to Hazelton. Hazelton's played well off the bench. The scoop by Pfeiffer is good. Eric Pfeiffer's got 6. 5 for A.J. Aviles off the bench. Good start to this one for the Knights, especially on this end. Levi Rogers going to get called for a foul here. Viadex is scoreless. Viadex hit the 400-point mark in his career in his first 2 years with Southwestern Adventist in a game against North American. He's got 4 games with at least 5 assists this season. He's been setting guys up here tonight. Knights leading by 8. Pfeiffer from Lamb. Another travel call. Boy, they are watching those feet, guys. Got to be real careful. We mentioned at the start, those of you who might be joining us late, turnovers going to be a key. Knights average a high number of turnovers per game at home, and the Patriots are tied for last in Division II with 21.5 turnovers a game. Team that can play clean here tonight. Going to have the best odds for sure. Yeah, that goes without saying. Almost every game is like that in basketball, but more so here tonight. Stafford, nice spin move. Stafford's got 5. Averages 15 a game, shooting 46% this season. As we inch closer to the midway point of this opening half. Levi Rogers, Hazelton, Pfeiffer now Lamb. Rogers down low, the spin and score. Levi Rogers, second field goal. And it's 19-11, I believe, is the correct score. Yes, it is. 19-11 again, the correct score. That ball deflected, so it'll stay with Arlington. Had trouble getting it in. Pfeiffer trying to throw it off of Cutter. Staying with it. The reverse no good by McCray. So here come the Knights. Pfeiffer pushes it into the forecourt. Now Aviles back out there. Lamb, Fields has come back into the game. Hazelton stays out there as well. Aviles for three. Yes, again. A.J. Aviles is feeling hot. He's got 8 points off the bench. 22-11. 14 by Aviles and Pfeiffer combined of the 22 points for SWAU. Get another stop. Biggest lead for the Knights is 11. Down low, it's Fields. Double teamed, shot it over 2 players, and got whistled, or got called for, let's try this again. Drew the foul. Thank God they don't pay me to talk for a living. Byron Fields is 71% at the free throw line, averaging close to a double-double, 10.5 points per ball game, 8.6 rebounds. And I mentioned it at the start. He had 4 double-doubles this year, including the last 3 games. In his last 3, he's averaging just under 19 points per ball game, 13 rebounds, and shooting 54% from the field. Felix Smith is back into the game for the Knights. Ooh, 2 rare misses for Byron Fields at the line. So it stays 22-11. Turnaround jumper no good. Rebound comes to Lamb. Camp went for the steal. Numbers now for the Knights. That ball was kicked. Late whistle, but the correct call there. So just inside 8 minutes to go in the half. Pass is too high for Field. Halsey with the steal. The hop step and high arcer off the glass. Gage with his first bucket, averaging 9.5 on the season. Also 3.6 assists per game. Leads his team in that category. He's top 20 in Division II. So 22-13 now. Knights by 9. Open look for Pfeiffer. Too strong that time, and underneath. They can't call that on Fields. No, it's on Arlington. So another crack at it here for the Knights. Viadex back in for Pfeiffer. Mendina back in for Arlington. Quick trigger by Aviles. He is feeling it. AJ's in double figures with 11. 3 3-pointers for AJ. Now a steal by Lamb. Coming back to take it away, Mendina, as Lamb couldn't quite fully gather. That went off the kneecap of Viadex. Ricocheted off his foot, so technically a kick ball. Mendina to inbound it. Walker back in, catches in the corner. Stafford back out there as well for Arlington. Stafford, that's got to be offensive. It's not necessarily a intentional offensive foul there by Stafford, who is just gathering. That's a situation there where he's kind of coming up high with the elbow like that, and because you got a shorter guy on him, it looks a lot worse than it is, but it's still the right call. Now, that said, if he's got a normal, his normal defender is on Stafford, those elbows are probably going into the body more so than the head, and maybe the call's a little bit different. You don't know. But as it was called, that's the correct call. Aviles looking to inbound. Lamb, so far the Knights have done well against the press. That's going to be a foul on Camp, I believe that was. Jasson Murray came back in for Stafford after he picked up the foul, by the way. So Justin Lamb to inbound it. Byron Fields gets it to Viadex. Lamb thought about it, threw it off the official. The official is in play, so you can, if it does ricochet off the official, it can still, you can just pick it up and keep going. The problem there was that particular official was out of bounds, so that's why it's a turnover. Halsey top of the key. And that's going to be a travel on Mendina. They've been watching that. Frustrating for Mendina because in some cases that's not something that would be called normally, but that's something these officials tonight have had their eye on. So you got to be aware of that as a player. When you're on the bench, you got to watch the game. How is it being called? What do I need to do when I'm out there to make the adjustments? Nice screen. That was a beautiful screen by Felix Smith, and then the triple by Pfeiffer. But I almost want to. You almost want to give an assist to Felix Smith on that play. That's one of those little things that doesn't show up in the stat sheet. Good ball movement, finding Walker, counted in the foul for Maurice Walker. Well, the Knights in their last home game hit a season-high 43% from downtown. And take another look at this screen here on the last play as we get ready for free throws. But you'll see it there. Beautiful screen. And that just gave Pfeiffer just a quick second, and that's all he needed. Back at the line now, it's Maurice Walker trying to complete an old-school three-point play. And he does. Walker 5 points, Stafford 5 points, Chad Jackson has 4. For Southwestern and Venice, A.J. Aviles with 9. Excuse me, A.J.'s got 11, Pfeiffer's got 9. So 20 out of the 28 points from those two gentlemen. Pfeiffer. Here's Fields. A.J. Aviles, Smith. And it is raining threes for the Knights. Felix Smith buries another one for Southwestern of Venice, who goes up 15 points. Some trapping defense. Look out. Ooh, A.J. got lucky. He didn't get a whistle there. Murray swings it back out. Halsey the extra pass. The three no good by McCray. As a team, Arlington shoots just 31% from three. Knights aren't any better. In fact, they're a percentage point worse at 30%. But they have been on fire here tonight. Another foul called, and I believe it's team foul number 7 on Arlington. So A.J. Aviles, a 67% free throw shooter, goes to the line here for a 1-and-1 now. More subs, Levi Rogers, Josiah Hazelton, both into the game. Rogers 4 points in the first half, and Hazelton's done a great job defensively for the Knights. Helps start that 11-0 run as Aviles gets the home bounce on the front end of the 1-and-1, so he's got another one coming. A dozen now for A.J. And gets the friendly rim again. Baker's dozen now for Aviles. 34 points, and it's all Southwestern of Venice, 32-16. Hearing 5 minutes to go in the half. Halsey over to McCray. Again, it's been zone. Walker attacks, and a very late whistle called on Levi Rogers. I mean, late. Walker's been getting the calls, so smart move by him. He's staying aggressive, attacking the basket. He's got 5 points tonight. He goes to the line for 2 shots now for Arlington. 68% on the season, in and out on that one. Short that time. Hazelton the box out. Hazelton, Viadex back in. Rogers, Pfeiffer. Pfeiffer whipped that out of bounds. And Aviles. A rare mistake tonight for the Knights. Eric Pfeiffer just aggressively threw that one away. Back in the forecourt, Arlington. Halsey. The cutter is Murray. Had trouble with it. Gets it back from Walker. Can't score. Walker tips it. No. And that's going out of bounds off of Arlington, they say. I thought maybe a Knights player might have gotten a fingertip on that, but they say no. And since I'm 17 hours away and that guy in the zebra stripes is right underneath the hoop, I'm going to go with what he says. Knights will have to inbound it again here. Pfeiffer looking to inbound. Rogers is going to bring it into the forecourt. Quickly got rid of it. Viadex is open. Hesitated. Shoot the three, man. We got to get you to 500 to have a chance at 1,000. Pfeiffer, yes. Eric Pfeiffer joins AJ Aviles in double figures. Those two players have a combined 24 points. Walker out to camp. It's been all inside for the most part. Murray can't get it to go, and that's another late whistle. That is, look, it's fine if you want to make that call, but that's the second time it's come late after Levi Rogers thinks he has 2 good defensive plays, and that's bad officiating. Make the call, fine, but make the call. Don't wait to see what happens and then make the call. So, Murray at the line, 51%, his first point. The cat's stressed out. She thinks I'm yelling at her. I'm yelling at the officials, kitty. Go back to sleep. Rogers gets the rebound. 1 out of 2 for Murray. 100 miles an hour and an offensive foul called there as Viadex was out of control. In the restricted area, yes. Viadex goes to the bench. Justin Lamb into the game. Both Lamb and Viadex are scoreless. It's been the AJ Aviles and Eric Pfeiffer show. Those two players average a combined 10.1 points per ball game. In the first half alone, AJ and Eric have combined for 24 of the 34 points for Southwestern Adventist. Arlington just 17 points. They have not figured out the zone yet. Credit the Knights. They have really brought it defensively. The throw ahead to Hazelton, who scores a well-deserved bucket for Josiah Hazelton. Doesn't see a lot of offensive action, but has done a lot of nice little things. Pfeiffer got the strip, and they call another foul. Pfeiffer didn't think so. But both teams are in the 1-1 with however many minutes are left here in this opening half. So, Aaron Mendina, 80% free throw shooter, has not scored yet here tonight. And he does now. Knights are having their best first half on their home court this season. So the putback off the missed free throw by Murray comes up short. Knights back in the front court. Pull up by Pfeiffer, no good. Hazelton, the offensive rebound. Pfeiffer out to AJ for three. Yes, again. AJ Aviles has 16 first half points. 40-18 Knights. And a turnover by Arlington back down the court. What a first half for AJ Aviles, who has been red hot. You see the extra pass. Get it to the hot hand, ladies and gentlemen. Back to live action. Pfeiffer throws it ahead into the forecourt. Hazelton loses it. Knights out of control, and they're going to turn it right back to Arlington. So a bit of a sloppy possession there for Southwestern Adventist. But they are having the first half of their lives. Arlington came in averaging just 69 points per ball game. They put up 102 against Randall, just 18 first half points so far for the Patriots. Down low, Walker's played well offensively. Extra pass to Jackson came up short. Jackson offensive rebound, and he traveled. Yeah, good eye there. He goes out, and I believe that's Jason Murray coming back in for him. AJ Aviles. This has to be a season high for him and a half. 16 points. Smith, short on that triple try. One of the few misses from behind the arc tonight for Southwestern Adventist. Here's Halsey. Over to Mendina. Back to Gage. Extra pass goes down low. Walker had it blocked. Felix Smith. Second block for Southwestern Adventist tonight. Fields is back out there. Pfeiffer turns it over, and that's going to be, is that a whistle on Arlington? That's another late whistle. That is so frustrating as a player. You think you have a stop. It happened twice to Levi Rogers, and now it happens to the Patriots. Levi's coming back into the game, by the way, so that'll send Eric Pfeiffer to the line. I believe this is a two-shotter. I think that's the 10th team foul. We'll see here. Pfeiffer with 11 points in the first half. Still hasn't missed from the free throw line this season. It was a 1-and-1, but he's automatic, so he'll get 2. So, Aviles with 16. Pfeiffer's got 13. 42-18. All Knights here tonight. Farrell back out there. Here's Murray, pass deflected, and the Knights take it away. Approaching a minute to go, I think, in the half. Pfeiffer cut off on the baseline, swings it out, catch and shoot 3, and AJ wasn't quite able to set himself because he had to tiptoe the line to keep it in play. Walker, Rogers hit the deck, no call, and now we have a whistle. And it's going against Rogers, I think. They call a flop. I think they called a flop on Levi, yeah, so it's a technical foul. So Murray will shoot it. And Murray, who's not a great free throw shooter, hits it. So as Rasheed Wallace will say, ball don't lie. The correct call was made. 42-19 though. Where would Arlington be without some free throws in this game? They have not hit a lot of shots. They've gotten a chunk of that 19 points from the charity stripe. Murray will attack. Murray over Rogers, missed it short. Put back was short. Murray tried to save it, but it comes to AJ. Here come the Knights in the forecourt. AJ attacks. Scoop, no, but he's fouled. And Aviles will go to the line. They have called this real tight here tonight, so AJ and the Knights recognizing that. Instead of settling for jump shots, they've been attacking. And Aviles, a 67% free throw shooter, 16 first half points. This is a two-shot foul. When a game is being officiated like this, it really puts Arlington in a bind because it's hard to come back when both teams are in the bonus because you're just trading free throw shooting opportunities. Now, if one team goes cold, like AJ with 2 misses there, then it does open the door for the other team. Shot clock is off here for Arlington. They can hold for the final shot of the half. Smith pokes it away after Camp lost a dribble. He got it back, though. Mendina for 3. No good. Offensive rebound, and the putback by Murray is good. Correction, that was Jackson. So Jackson 6 points in the first half, but the Knights double up Arlington. 42-21. 16 points for A.J. Aviles and 13 for Eric Pfeiffer, propelling Southwestern Adventist to a big halftime lead. We'll be back with the second half in just a little bit. Don't go too far. Welcome back, everybody. Well, these two gentlemen hooking up here early on. That's part of an 11-0 run for Southwestern Adventist. They would build a 21-point halftime lead. It was the A.J. Aviles and Eric Pfeiffer show in the first half. A.J. 16 points, Pfeiffer with 13, 4 for Levi Rogers, 5 for Felix Smith, 2 apiece for Byron Fields and Josiah Hazelton. So Byron Fields, who has been red hot of late, just 2 points, and still the Knights are up by 21 as we start this second half. Arlington has had trouble against the zone, to say the least, here today. A lot of turnovers. We mentioned the turnover battle would be key. Knights sometimes can be a little bit sloppy at home. Arlington, one of the worst in the country in terms of turnovers per game. And so far, the Knights have done well against Arlington's full court press. Arlington has struggled against the zone, and that's the result. Knights turn it over here. Not sure what happened. They call another technical foul. The officiating has been atrocious tonight, ladies and gentlemen, both ways. It's been awful, just absolutely awful. First of all, they're making calls like 2 seconds after the play is over. They're calling ridiculous technicals. Cutter Camp, 89% free throw shooter. Now, if you're Arlington, recognize this. Understand the way the game's being called. Continue to attack the basket. Chad Jackson, Maurice Walker, Devone Stafford, all 5 of those players with 6 points, 5 points, and 5 points each. So, those are all 3 guys for Arlington getting the ball down low. So continue to attack the bucket. Recognize that the calls are going to go your way. 3 by Smith, and Felix Smith hits his second triple. He's got 8 points. Knights by 22 now at the start of this second half. Throw away there. Bad pass. Viadex takes it away. Viadex out to Smith. Tries another one from the right. Not that time. Knew he missed it. Tried to follow it. It didn't bounce his way, though. Here comes Arlington. Throw ahead down low. This is Walker attacking. No. Tip for the rebound. Fields tried for the offensive rebound. It trickled out to Camp, who missed the 3. Now Smith has the rebound. He almost has it stripped. Smith got mugged by 2 players. No call, and the ball's out of bounds off Arlington. Mendina, an early sub here for the Patriots. Viadex cross court to Pfeiffer. Smith in the corner. Pfeiffer to Viadex again. Lamb, here's Fields, going to work down low. Can't get it to go. Rebound by Stafford. Stafford across the timeline into the forecourt. Now he'll set up the offense. Attacks the bucket. Throws it off the glass. No. Tip for the rebound. Lamb has it. Here come the Knights. This is the best the Knights have looked, at least as far as I've seen them. Pfeiffer for 3. No. Rebound by Walker. The worst thing to happen to the Knights, and Aviles and Pfeiffer in particular, is the half. You know, you cool off. Farrell, now Camp. Bounce pass to Stafford. Stafford double-teamed. Got it over Fields somehow. What a bucket there by Devone Stafford. Lead is 20 for Southwestern Adventist. Viadex gets it over to Smith. They close on him quickly. Pfeiffer over to Lamb. Fields has a mismatch. Oh, take the shot, Fields. You got to shoot that, man. You got the smaller guy on you. Set the shot clock at 8. Viadex, shot clock at 4. Over to Lamb, corner 3, in and out. Ooh, tough one there. Bounce pass ahead. We can't see what's going on. Down low, I think they're going to count that bucket for Stafford. So Stafford, a chance to get into double figures here with an old school 3-point play. Missed it. So the lead remains 18 for the Knights, 45-27. Just underway in the second half. Lamb now. Fields being hounded. He got fouled, no call. Missed it short. Ball tipped. Viadex has it. Top of the key, Pfeiffer. Over to Smith for three. No good. Stafford's got the rebound. Stafford into the forecourt. Over to Farrell on the wing. Attacks. Camp out to Mendina. Now it's Walker to Stafford. So they are feeding their big guy. It's blocked. Fields has not had a lot to do offensively, but he has made his impact defensively, as he always does. Pfeiffer out to Viadex, back to Pfeiffer. Over to Smith, extra pass in the corner. Here's Lamb attacking, hanging, and scoring. Justin Lamb first field goal. Farrell and Arlington into the forecourt quickly. Farrell, offensive foul. Look out. Trying to help him up, and they slipped. Might have a little wet spot to contend with as Jasam Murray comes back into the game. Greg Halsey also back out there for Arlington. And A.J. Aviles with 16 points into the game. Yeah, there is a little wet spot. AJ from West New York, New Jersey, just across the river from Manhattan and Riverside Park. I've actually been to Riverside Park, had lunch right around there looking at the Jersey side. There's a little cafe down low. Turnover, Arlington can't score. Second effort, McCray, it's good. Jamar McCray's first bucket. Arlington trying to make things interesting. Bad pass by Lamb. Aviles able to recover. Josiah Hazelton back in the game. Played well defensively in the first half as well. Aviles driving on the baseline. Here's Hazelton. Oh, what a pass to Fields. Hey, what a pass. That was so smart. Beautiful bucket there. Timeout on the court, but we're going to run that back, and I hope I got it. Sometimes you hit the button in time, sometimes you don't. Look at this dime. Beautiful basketball being played by Southwestern Adventist tonight. We'll be back. That's me, Chris Shima. Glad to be back with you from the home studio in Greenville, South Carolina. You and I are watching Arlington Baptist and Southwestern Adventist. It's the Patriots at 3-13, 2-3 in the Southwest region, taking on your Knights, who are 1-15 and 0-4 in Southwest region play. 18-point game after Camp scores. Into the forecourt, it's Lamb. Here's Pfeiffer. Lamb, Pfeiffer, Aviles, Hazelton and Fields. Hazelton top of the key. Shot clock down to 9. Lamb bounced past the Fields. Shoots it over a double team. I think he's going to be called for an offensive foul. Trying to do too much there. And he's going to come out of the game as Levi Rogers checks in for him. Justin Lamb averaging 14.7 points per ball game in his last 3. Fields is averaging close to 19 a game. Those players combined today have 6 points. And yet Southwestern Adventist leads by 18. McCray comes up with an extra possession. Stafford attacks over Rogers, no good. Ball tipped, and Pfeiffer wrestles it away. Throw ahead to Lamb in the front court. Lamb hesitates, attacks, and scores. So Justin Lamb with his second field goal. 6 minutes into this second half, the lead back to 20 for SWAU. Camp from way downtown, no good. Hazelton had it, lost it, then it's deflected, and it goes off Josiah. Nicely done there for McCray, and Arlington will get another possession. Walker's been aggressive. He's got 7 points. Lamb into the forecourt. The press has been no trouble. Lamb got tied up by 3 guys, though, and they call a foul on Arlington. They thought they had a takeaway or at least maybe a jump ball. Instead, it's a foul. So Pfeiffer will inbound it. Viadex out near midcourt, almost a backcourt violation. Pfeiffer, the floater off the back iron, tipped by Hazelton out to Aviles. Extra possession for SWAU. Aviles going to his left. The reverse, too strong. Stafford bobbled it. Hazelton tries to take it away, but Stafford able to recover. Knights are like gnats tonight, just swatting and swiping. And that goes through the hands of Stafford, and that's the way it's been for Arlington. A sloppy, forgettable night thus far. Stafford back out. Mendina comes back in. And Jasson Murray also out there. I think they brought Jackson in too. A steal by Mendina. Here comes Murray. Yes. Those are the kinds of plays that can keep Arlington in it. The press hasn't worked so far, but that means it can't start working, and they almost come up with another steal. I think we're getting real close to timeout time if you're Tyler Woldridge, if something else goes wrong. You don't want to give Arlington too much momentum. So Pfeiffer to inbound it. A.J. Aviles surveys, now attacks. He's blocked from behind, got it to Levi. And Levi with another mid-range. He's got 6. Much needed bucket there. Lead is 18 again. Cutter is Jackson. Had it ripped away. Rogers with the steal. Throw ahead to Hazelton. Hazelton hangs, can't score, and got fouled. Josiah Hazelton will go to the free throw line. Hazelton, 46% free throw shooter. He's done all the little things. We need, these analytics people are everywhere now in college and the pros. we need some kind of a statistic represented for the little things like Hazleton has done tonight. Call it like an EP, an extra play, or a, I don't know. I don't know what you call it, but there needs to be some kind of a statistic because there's so many players out there in the college game and the pros that do those little things that never get recognized enough. Hazleton 1 out of 2. He's got 3 tonight. So 54-35 Knights. Camp. Mendina spinning. Gets it to Murray. Murray attacking. He traveled. Nope. He's fouled on the floor. Levi Rogers can't play defense tonight without fouling. And he's going to have to go to the bench. So Fields comes back in. Frustrating night for Rogers in terms of fouls, but he's played well overall with 6 points. Camp. And the little 17-footer for Cutter Camp, who now has 6 points tonight. Now a steal. Here we go again. Mendina. And yeah, you got to talk about it now. If you're Tyler Woldridge, he stops the clock. Arlington on a run. They've cut a 22-point deficit down a bit. So we will step aside as Southwestern Adventist has some things to figure out. So we'll be together one more. Well, we're going to be together twice, but one more on the home schedule. Knights will take on Randall next Thursday, part of a doubleheader. I'll be with you on the 18th, a couple days later, on the Champion YouTube. But, you know, Champion writes the checks on those ones, so it'll be a Tigers broadcast. Chris Shima, glad to be back with you. Another turnover as Aviles bounce passes it right to Arlington. Arlington looking to make a run here. Can't get the bucket to go, and then on the rebound, the Patriots called for the foul. So Arlington's cut it down to 15 points. Still close to 12 minutes left to go in this one. Who was the foul? The foul was on Arlington, yes? Yes. So Murray out, Stafford back in. Another wet spot out on the court has us held up. So for Southwestern Adventist, the new regular season finale is that game on the 18th at Champion. They will be on the road for their next two at Dallas on Thursday and then the rematch with Arlington next Tuesday. Hazleton pull-up jumper, no. And hanging in the air, unable to score, was Viadex. So the door is wide open right now for Arlington. That should have been a goaltend, I think. But anyways, the Knights get the stop. Fields extra pass. Hazleton is stripped but fouled. And that last play was real close to a goaltend. The Arlington faithful are shouting for it. Instead, it's Hazleton at the free throw line again, where he's 1 out of 2 here today. All I can say, no, they say no shot. How was there no shot there? This is just a horribly managed game by these officials. Just awful. This is what it's like in the Carolinas all the time, by the way. So Hazleton out. Felix Smith comes into the game. We've had good officiating almost all year long. This is a rare miss tonight. But both fan bases, I think, have some gripes. Aviles for 3 off the back rim. Knights have kind of cooled off here. Arlington looking to make a run. Camp open for 3, no good. chases down his rebound, throws it up, can't score, tip for the rebound, and there's Pfeiffer. Knight's got to slow it down a bit now. It's been a little helter-skelter. Tough pass there. Fields able to handle. Out to Aviles for three. Yes! Big bucket for AJ, and he's hit so many here tonight. He's got 19 points. Camp for three. Answers right back for Arlington. Cutter's got 9. Pfeiffer. Oh, bad pass by Pfeiffer. He had Aviles wide open again. And Pfeiffer's got to sit for that one. Here comes Lamb into the game. The mistakes are starting to pile up again for the Knights, so that pendulum is starting to change a little bit here in this second half. We've seen the Knights blow some here at home this season. Stafford back in, gets it down low, bucket and the foul for Stafford. And that's what I was talking about. I mean, that was an obvious foul there on Fields, but when it's being called tight like this, get it to your guy down low. Let him go to work. There's going to be some whistles. There was no question about that one, but just an example of what the Patriots have done better here in the second half. Stafford now up to 11 points. Chance to make this a 12-point game. Missed it short, though. So 57-44, I believe, is the correct score. And I believe we're at the midway point. A.J. Aviles hesitates, fakes the three, lost it out of bounds. Wait a minute. Who's that going to? They say it was off Arlington? No, I don't think so. But my check says Southwestern of Venice, so okay. AJ definitely lost that. Take another look. AJ Aviles for three, can't get it to go. Ball deflected out. AJ chases it down. Extra possession now. That pass is high. They got some yips right now going on for the Knights. They've got to settle things down. Shot clock at 8. You know, the defensive intensity has picked up for Arlington. Aviles with 2, had to get it off. Hazelton rips it away. His shot is blocked. Now AJ will slow it down. Aviles attacks, and that's got to be a block. No, they call a charge there. AJ kind of lost his footing, so I can kind of see why it went that way. Still a tough call. So a 22-point lead is down to 13 now. Halsey over to McCray. McCray attacks, can't score. Stafford put back, and another whistle. Again, smart thinking. Just go up. So Stafford with 11 points back at the free throw line. .62% free throw shooter, missed one earlier in the half. Silky smooth on that one for Stafford, who's now got a dozen. Gets the friendly bounce that time. So Baker's dozen for Stafford, and a 22-point lead has been cut in half now. It's down to 11. They call a technical foul on somebody. What is going on now? They call a technical foul on Arlington. Well, both teams have gripes today. Lamb will shoot the tee. Oh, you got the bounce. Yeah, when the game's being called like this, it gets so frustrating. And over the course of 40 minutes, that frustration builds and builds and builds. It's difficult as an athlete and even as a coach. I'm not sure who picked up the foul, the technical there. But you've got to keep your wits because your team is looking to make a comeback. And any little thing that doesn't go your way only makes it that much more difficult. Viadex throws it ahead. Hazelton back to him. Viadex, quiet night. He has not scored. He has been in double figures in all but 2 games this year. And he is scoreless here today. Shot clock winding down. It's at 8. Viadex, ooh, the extra pass to Fields. And then Fields got fouled. Byron Fields, 71% free throw shooter, was off from the charity stripe in the first half, though. Missed a couple. Front end of a 1-and-1, and that's the Plinko right there. Fields got 5 points tonight. One out of 2, though. A lot of things going against the Knights right now, but they still maintain a 13-point lead as we get close to 8 minutes, I think, to go in the game. McCray Stafford's been going to work, and he has been eaten down low. Stafford up to 15 points, the bulk of that coming here in the second half. And the Knights going to call timeout as they had trouble getting the ball in. Arlington hanging around. It was a 22-point deficit. It's 11 right now as we take time as well. Eight minutes remaining. Knights still leading by double figures, but Arlington has come on, and they have really picked up the defensive pressure here in the second half. The Knights have done a nice job overall tonight against the full court press, but the intensity starting to pick up for Arlington. Good job breaking it that time. Here's A.J. Aviles down to Fields. Fields has a mismatch again. Swings it out to Lamb. Shot clock at 10. A.J. to Hazelton. Hazelton cut off with the shot clock at 5, and then he traveled. So Knights turn it over out of the timeout. And Arlington, it's right there for them. Can they pull the comeback? Trailed by 21 at halftime. Trailed by as many as 22 or 23 early on in the second half. Camp on the wing. Farrell back to him. Now Walker. Walker's been aggressive. The reverse, no. Fields the rebound. Big stop there for the Knights. Viadex into the forecourt again. Scoreless day for Viadex. Fields double team comes. AJ's in the corner wide open. Now the Viadex as they closed on AJ. Guarded by Walker. Viadex, AJ with 5 to shoot. Attacks, swings it out. Bad pass. Sloppy. Sloppy second half for the Knights. They had 42 points at halftime. 17 with still 7 minutes and change to go, I think. McCray on the wing. Down low, it's Walker. Stafford again. They cannot stop Stafford. He's up to 17 points, and it's single digits now. Where's the poise going to come from for Southwestern and Venice? They need a bucket here. Pfeiffer over to Aviles, the hot hand tonight. Yes! Aviles with 22. And the right man to go to. Now it's stolen away. Move the camera, please. Pfeiffer on the left wing. Here is Viadex. Guarded by McCray. Big turnover for the Knights. Lead back to 12. Southwestern and Venice looking for more. Ooh, Aviles. That's got to be something. I mean, it should have been a Knights turnover to begin with. It shouldn't have taken that much. Aviles just lost his footing there. Players colliding all over the place. And boy, the court has been wet here tonight. So we are stopped. I think there's more than 5:37. I'm not sure of that. So Arlington gets a stop after they give up the 3 and then turn it over. Possession starting to come at a premium. AJ Aviles, 22 points, 16 in the first half. Eric Pfeiffer, 13 points, all in the first half. Stafford, a rare miss. The putback is no good, but another whistle. I'd say they're getting calls down low probably 75% of the time. And wisely, Arlington continuing to go inside. So McCray goes to the free throw line. He has struggled from the charity stripe this season. So not a bad guy to put at the free throw line if you're the Knights. Knights' next 2 are on the road. Arlington's next 2 at home. On Saturday, they host Ecclesia. Then Tuesday, the rematch with Southwestern and Venice. So 1 out of 2. Lead is 11 again. McCray's got 3. Ooh, that's a backcourt violation, yeah. Viadex was already across midcourt, and he threw it into the backcourt to Pfeiffer. The mental errors again for the Knights here in this second half. Just 20 points in the second half. And a lot of turnovers. Halsey back into the game. He controls it top of the key. Right side McCray, back to Halsey. McCray traveled, hesitated and got caught up. Both of these teams are sloppy tonight, but Arlington's been more so throughout the entire 40 minutes. Knights played flawless in the first half. They didn't pick up the turnovers really until the second half commenced. Lamb gets it into Pfeiffer. Down low, it's Fields. No, but he is fouled. Jackson thought he had a stop. So Byron Fields, 71% on the season, has not been up to par at the free throw line here tonight so far. These are two big ones. Credit the Knights after Arlington cut it down to single digits. Got a big three from Aviles. Couple stops. Now Fields can make it a 13-point advantage with this next free throw. Byron Fields 6 points tonight. Make it 7. So 64-51. Less than 5 to play. Arlington, you still have time. You've come this far. The problem from coming so far down is you expel so much energy. You have to be almost perfect. Just like it's not easy to build a big lead, but it's much harder to come back than it is to build a lead. Viadex surveys, swings it out to Pfeiffer. Extra pass to Aviles. Yes, again, it's another triple. A.J. Aviles with 25 in the game. What a performance. The lead grows to 16 again. Stafford gets it down low. Ball stripped, and it's going off Walker. They say he touched it last out of bounds. A big stop there for the Knights. Well, we asked the question when it became a 69. What was it? It was 59-50, I want to say. I think it was 59-50, Southwestern Adventist. And I said, where's the poise going to come from? Well, A.J. Aviles has scored 6 of the 8 points since that time. Off on that jumper. But he has helped push this lead back out on an 8-1 run. Putting the moves on Halsey. Just his second bucket. 67-53. We're going to get a timeout for Arlington. We'll be back. Well, I hope you all don't mind, but we're going to sign off rather quickly so I can watch LeBron try to break Kareem's record. So I'm going to run down some numbers for you. Great second half for Devon Stafford. He's up to 17 points in the game for Arlington, most of that here in the second half. He's the lone player in double figures for Arlington. Chad Jackson has 8, Cutter Camp with 9, 7 for Maurice Walker. Murray's got 4, Halsey with 4 as well, Jamar McCray with 3, and Mendina with 1. Now, Gage Hall's back at the free throw line. A.J. Aviles has been he gets the big piece of chicken at dinner tonight. A.J. 25 points here tonight. Eric Pfeiffer with 13. 8 for Felix Smith, 7 for Fields, 6 for Levi Rogers, 5 for Justin Lamb, and 3 for Hazelton. Incredible that the Knights are likely to win this game with a scoreless Viadex. You would not think that would be possible, but other guards have stepped up here tonight. And now the clock is their very best friend. Our clock never started out of the timeout, but we're inside 3 for sure. and probably around the 2.5 mark, I would say. Pfeiffer commits the turnover. Viadex trying to take it back. Jackson able to tiptoe to keep it in play. 3 by Camp makes things interesting, and he hits it, so it's a single-digit deficit again. Timeout Arlington. The Patriots are not going away. We'll step aside once again. So 2:42 to go, and Arlington not quite ready to pack their bags yet. It's a 9-point game again. It's a 3-possession game if you think about the 3. So Knight's got to be real careful. Pfeiffer is doubled up, able to deflect it. So we're at about the 2.5-minute mark, 19 to shoot for the Knights. And Lamb will inbound it. Lamb, Viadex, Aviles, Pfeiffer, and Fields back out there. Byron Fields, the mismatch. Almost took an extra step shuffling his feet, but instead gets the bucket. And that's a big one for Southwestern Adventist. Lead is 11 again. Stafford, now you don't want to foul if you're the Knights. 3-ball no good, don't foul. And the bucket is good for McCray, but you'll trade buckets. Fields almost fouled there. Viadex into the forecourt. Pfeiffer, pull up, quick trigger, got it to go. Eric Pfeiffer quiet in the second half, but he has 15 points overall tonight. Knights by 11 again. Camp, and nice tip there by Lamb, Fields, and now you run clock here if you're SWAU. AJ for 3, why not? Putback is in and out, back in for Pfeiffer, who's up to 17. And the Knights, it's looking more and more likely now going to win for the first time at home. They're going to send the home crowd happy and get just their second victory overall this season and their first region victory. And this is a good win. You know, Arlington's been inconsistent this season, but they've got wins over Champion, who's in the top 10, and Randall, who's always in the conversation. Arlington's going to call timeout, but this one is a wrap. The Knights by 13 inside a minute to go. We'll take our final timeout. Be with you just one more time here on the Knights YouTube channel on the 16th. Another doubleheader, another Southwest Region doubleheader against Randall. to see my old buddy Jesse Bird on my big screen. So it'll be Lamb to inbound. Pfeiffer, now Arlington may play the foul game here. And actually they get a throwaway as Walker intercepts the pass. If you're the Knights, let them shoot, let them have what they want. Camp hits the 3. So again, the Knights, or the Patriots, excuse me, not quitting. And I'm not sure exactly how much time is left. I know there's more than what's on our scoreboard just because the 30 clock is still on. So Knights just got to take care of the basketball, hit their free throws here. There's still, I don't think, I'm almost positive we're inside a minute to go. But we'll have another timeout here, so we'll step aside again. So Knights basketball still a 10-point lead. Arlington will likely foul here. We're inside a minute to go. And Lamb to inbound it. A.J. Avilas, 25 points. Eric Pfeiffer with 19. And Byron Fields has 9. He's going to go to the line and a chance to get into double figures for Fields. 4 double-doubles on the season for Byron, including each of the last 3 games. Will that continue today? I'm not sure if he has enough rebounds. That's his 10th point, so certainly possible. So 1 out of 2. It's an 11-point game. Three-pointer no good. Ball tipped around. Mendina has it. And his putback is good. It's a 9-point game. Mendina's first field goal. Stafford will likely lead the team with 17 points. Cutter Camp's got 15. And now the Knights have to call timeout. All right, we will step aside, I guess, again. We'll be back. Knights again, just got to get it in, and shot clock is off. I don't know if Arlington's going to keep fouling. It would be silly. But evidently they're, you see this a lot in college. You don't see this. The pros don't do this. I mean, the game's over, you know. But anyways, Viadex, who has not scored tonight, going to go to the line. Chance to get into the books. And if you'd have told me that the Knights would win a game and Viadex has 0 points, I'd say no way. But that's the way it's been. Viadex hasn't played badly. It's just his teammates have been hot, and he's been content to be the setup man. So this will be just the 3rd game this year that he does not finish in double figures. 3 off the mark. And that will do it. The Knights get their first home victory, winning today 76-67 over Arlington. Knights go to 2-15, 1-7, and 1-4 in Region 10 play. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll talk to you again one more time on the 16th. Until then, have yourselves a great rest of the week and take